Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to see about the need of protective system in the protection and switchgear. So may you know why the protection system is much more important in a power system. So normally in power system it consists of a generator, transformer, transmission line and distribution line, etc. So, in a power system, if any fault that may be due to the internal or it may be the external fault, if any system is occurred, the system goes to the abnormal level. So here, normally it has an open circuit fault or it may be a short circuit fault. Here, the short circuit fault is much more dangerous when compared to the open circuit fault. So here the short circuit and other abnormal condition which are normally occurring in power systems due to some internal or external conditions. So because of this short circuit, so there is a huge amount of current flow through the power system. So because of the huge amount, enormous amount of current which is circulated through the power system, the component which are connected with the power system, like it may be a generator or it may be a transformer or some other component, it may get damaged. So here our aim is to protect the equipment. We have to maintain the reliability of the power system always, so that we have to protect. So the short circuit which are called as power engineers, or which are called, the short circuit are usually called as fault. These are called by power engineers, like it may be speaking the term the fault, or it may be called as a defect. So in power system, any kind of fault that may be called as a defect. Suppose in a power system there is a fault is occurred, so immediately, as soon as possible, without any time delay, we have to isolate the faulty section. Isolate means, so here this is a faulty section. So if any fault, this is a supply side. If any fault is occurred, immediately we have to isolate the faulty section. So we have to interrupt the power supply. We have to interrupt the power supply by opening the circuit breaker, by opening the switch, so that the power supply will not be supplied to the faulty area. So we are isolating, we are disconnecting the faulty section, so the fault will not develop further. The fault will not develop further, and the fault will not spread into the other areas. So this is the main objective, that is we have to clear the fault within a fraction of a second. Okay, because if a short circuit occurred in a power system, suppose if it is a longer period, it definitely affect the major component of the power system, so that we have to eliminate that such conditions. Okay, so in protective system, it contains the circuit breaker, relays, transducer like the current transformer and potential transformers are contained. So this circuit breaker, CTPT and relay, which is used to isolate the faulty section from the healthy section in a power system. And circuit breaker, it is the automatic device. It is an automatic switch which will be which can isolate the faulty element as soon as possible, that is within a fraction of a second. So the circuit breaker is just like a switching device. And the transducer, current transformer and potential transformer, which are used to measure the high voltage current and high voltage that is HT current and HT voltage in a power system. So the function of protective relay, which is used to detect and locate the fault, and it gives the information to the circuit breaker to isolate the faulty section. So the relay, it detect and isolate the faulty section. So how the relay is detect whether the fault is occurred or not? So here Then relay, it measuring the electrical quantity like voltage, current, phase angle, frequency, something. So based on the quantity which are measured in the electrical quantity, so just we are comparing the normal quantity and the abnormal quantity. So by measuring the two electrical quantity, we are deciding whether the fault is occurred or not. So that based on the input parameter which are received from the CT and PT, we are assuming there is a fault. If any minor fault is there, immediately we have to give the alarm to the operator to trip the circuit breaker. If it is a major fault, we have to clear the fault as soon as possible. So that is the main objective. So the protective relay does not anticipate or prevent the occurrence of fault. So the relay will not prevent from the fault. So the relay will not prevent the fault. So the relay is operated after the fault only. The relay is after the fault only to isolate the faulty section, except a buckles relay in a transformer. So in a transformer, if any fault is going to occur, immediately the buckles relay will give the alarm to the circuit breaker. Except this one condition, in all other places, the relay, it doesn't prevent the fault, it only isolates the faulty section when the fault is occurred. Okay, so this is an assessment. What is switchgear? And switchgear is an apparatus used for switching, controlling and protecting the electrical circuit and equipment. And the second option, it detect only fault. And third one, it correct only fault. And the fourth one, all the above. Put your answer in the comment section. And these are the textbooks for the protection and switchgear. Thank you.